LeetCode problem number 322, coin change. So this problem gives us an integer array called coins, which represents the coins of different denominations, and an integer amount, which represents the total amount of money. So the goal is to return the fewest number of coins that we'll need to make up that amount, right? Amount from the integer. If the amount of money cannot be made up of any combination of the coins, we have to return -1. And we may assume that we have an infinite number of each kind of coins. So for example, let's say if my coins are 1, 2, and 5, and the amount is 11, I could easily give it 551, and that will be the least amount of coins. Even though I could technically give it 11 ones or 5 twos and 1 ones, that would still be 11, but the goal is to return the fewest number of coins, right? Which in this case would be 5, 5, and 1. Okay, so the method I've used for this example, let's say my coins are 1, 3, 5, 9, right? And the amount was 8, for example. Let's make it 8. Yeah, let's have it to 6. Okay, so I have a edge case checker here, so the amount is less than 1, which is 0 or negative. Then I'll just return 0 because we don't need to return any coins. Other than that, here I have a vector called dp, initialized amount plus 1. So here I have dp, which is equal to the amount plus 1, which is the amount. So that's going to be 8, right? And in max, so it's going to be 1. I'll just name it max 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? After that, I initialize the first dp as 0. So what I want to do here is for every amount, let's say from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until we reach 8 or 7 in this case, I want to count how many coins I need to make up, let's say, one amount, right? In this case, I know to make up one amount, it will be 1 coin, so 1 here. To make up amount 2, I will need 2 ones, so it will be 2. To make up 3, I will need only 1 3. To make up 4, it will be 2, 1 and 3. To make up 5, it will need 3 coins, 3 and 2 twos. To make up 6, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, to make up 7. Okay, this should be 1. 2, to make up 2, it will be 2, sorry, 3, 4, 5, and to make up 6, it will be 2 threes. For 7, it will be 6 and 1, which will be 6 and 1 is 2. And for the number 8, which is, I can just easily look back at what I need. So if I look back, 8 would be 5 and 3 in a sense. And let's say if I were to give it 3, right? Because I'm going to iterate through every coin, that's how I would get the least amount of coins. So let's say if I were to iterate to 3, actually I got it wrong here. So 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 1, right? There's already 1 coin here. 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4 is 2 coins, 3 and 1. 5 is 1 coin, right? From 5 only. 6 is 2 coins. No, sorry, 6 is 1 coin because there's already a coin called 6. 7 is 2, 6 and 1, and then 8, which I'll have to iterate through every one. So let's say if I go with 1, so I know for 1 it will be 0, and then to get the other amount 7, I'll need another 2 coins here, right? And which is 6 and 1. Right, to get 1 coin, but for in this case, let's say if I were to get 0, 1, 2, 3 coins, right, 1, 2, 3 coins, here 1, and the remaining is 5, which I can tell is 1 as well. So I know that the minimum amount for a coins is 2, right? Which in this case would be correct since 3 and 5 makes up 2. Okay, it's a bit confusing now, but hopefully my code will explain it better. So let's say, let's go back to this. dp0 is 0. Now here I have a for loop, iterates through all the numbers, all the amounts, starting from 1 all the way to the amount. Oh, sorry, the amount plus 1. So there's another one here. So 9 coins. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, 9 coins. So yeah, this was supposed to be 0. Yeah, my mistake. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until you reach 8. Okay, anyways, starting from 1, which is here, iterating through until the end of the amount over here, and here I'm iterating through all the coins. So for the coins I have 1, 3, 5, 6, and if the coin is lower than the current amount, which it is, it's 1 is lower than 1 is equals to 1 in this case, right? Let me write down. So I is equals to 1 now. So 1 is equals to 1, and the I minus coin, so coin in this case would be 1. So 1, 1 in this case will be 0, which is not equals to min max. So 0 is not equals to max since we have already initialized it to 0. So the dpi here will equals to the minimum of max and 1 plus I minus coin. So I minus coin, if you remember, is over here. I minus coin is 0. So obviously 0 plus 1 is smaller. So right now I'm looking at the difference between the maximum amount of number with 1. So obviously the max for 1 will be 1. Right. Okay, so that's for coin number 1. And then I'm looping through all the coins, right, which makes sense because I'm checking through all of the coins. But in this case, since all of these are more than I, these coins are more than I, so I can just technically skip this for loop and we are going to the next amount, which is I is technically amount as well. Next amount, which is 2, right? So for 2, I do the same thing. I check the least amount of coins using this for loop, iterate it through. So here we already know, so coin is now 3. Sorry, coin is still 1, right? Iterating through the first coin, but the amount is now 2. So if the coin is smaller than I, which it is, because 1 is smaller than 2, and dpi max minus coin was 1, so dpi, which is 2 minus 1, we will get 1 over here. It's not equals to max, which it's not, since it's equals to 1. So dpi, this number, will be the minimum of dpi, which was 1, or 1 plus, sorry, this was supposed to be max, and 1 plus dpi minus coin, which is 1. Right. So this is 2, so we obviously know the minimum is 2 for this. I think I made a mistake finding the maximum, but we are actually looking for the minimum number. So if we continue doing this, so for amount 3, we already know that there's going to be 1 coin for this. For amount 4, we know that it's going to be 2 coins. For amount 5, we know there's only one coin. 6, one coin. 7, two coins, 6 and 7. This should be 2. And for amount 8, so since we are iterating through all the coins and having the minimum by minusing each other, we know that the minimum will be 3 and 5, which is 2. Right. So after that, here I check whether or not the peak amount is equals to the maximum amount. So this is if, let's say, this was to be 4, then technically speaking, this was to be 4 and this would be, let's say this was 6, or more like okay, so let's say if this was 2 and we have like 11, for example, okay, or like 8, we're still having, okay, so let's say we have this number and we have amount 11, right? So essentially the max amount over here will not be updated at all, right? Because there is no pair of coins or coins that adds up to 11, right? So it will be retained as max. So if it is retained as max, we know that, like I said, we cannot have any combination of coins, so we will return -1. If it does, like for the example just now, if it does, then we will return the number of coins used to make up the amount 8, which is 2. Right? And just by looking at the coins, we know that the answer would be 2 as well. Okay, that's all I have to show. Thanks.